Thursday insights here at 1 Degree Outside Weather Network, that deeper dive into the meteorology. Hi, meteorologist Matt Noyes. Thanks for making us part of your routine. And we are so proud to be the only digital weather source for all of New England's weather right here at 1 Degree Outside. All right, busy breezes. When the air is changing over the next few days, you will feel that breeze, and we'll talk about when you're going to feel it most. New snow and rain showers come in Friday night into Saturday. We'll look at that. A dry stretch that's going to start Sunday, and then another midweek system as we get toward the middle of next week. The dry stretch thing is not necessarily a good thing overall. It's good for outdoor plans, but when you look at drought status, it was just updated this morning by the University and Government Consortium that puts together the drought monitor. Obviously, some really significant drought conditions when you look at the map across the northern plains, northern intermountain region, the southwestern United States. But here at home, we remain in a severe drought in parts of New England. I mean, from basically Worcester west through the Quabbin, down across Hartford and Danbury, and then running into New York State with at least a moderate drought for everybody who's in the tan zone. So we could use some more on the water table here to help us out. We're getting a little bit over the course of the day today. We covered this already in the 24-hour video in the early going, but nonetheless, it's not a lot of rainfall. I mean, you line this up with the legend, you've got less than half an inch. Most of us end up with less than a quarter inch by the time all is said and done. There is at the jet stream level a trough that's kind of digging in, and then out to the west, a big what we call ridge, high pressure dome kind of building, keeping these areas dry that could use the rain and sending disturbances out of Canada, zipping along right near the Canadian border. Guess what we do? Tomorrow night and Saturday, here you go, this is tomorrow's map, we send another one zipping along the Canadian border, which puts southern New England in the transitioning to warm side of the system. Northern New England stays colder a little bit longer, and then a big dome of high pressure comes in and dries us out for days on end, starting on Sunday. So in terms of that next round of snow showers for your Friday night, here's how I think it's going to go. Friday itself is fine. You get sunshine right through midday, some increasing clouds in the afternoon. Here come the snow showers breaking out by 11 p.m., probably all the way into Boston. Now, in southern New England, that red line's a warm front. You're going to make the transition to warmer air. You don't get more than a coating to an inch from south to north up to northern Massachusetts before you make that change overnight Friday night. You get 2 to 4 inches across a lot of the northern half of New England, where it actually does snow all the way into Saturday morning. So that's actually great if you're going to be doing winter sports. You get something fresh leading into the weekend that comes overnight Friday night. During the day Saturday, look, there is going to be some elevation changeover to raindrops in the valleys while it continues to snow in the mountains. But actually, as this comes by and we get all rain showers in central and southern New England scattered around on Saturday with warmth coming in, you actually snap the cold back in, a northwest wind, and you get some what we call upslope snow in the mountains. So some more fresh snow later Saturday and Saturday evening before it dries out. And then Sunday, here's the big dome of high pressure moving in. Look, as we get into next week, just to set the stage for you on that midweek storm, if you line this up and you look what's starting to set up for the early part of the week at high pressure, which has a clockwise flow of air around it, you've got low pressure with a counterclockwise flow of air. So in between, you get a southerly wind. This is looking like another warm system, at least for central and southern New England as we get out to the middle of next week. So in terms of the wind and how it changes the air, take a look. Heading through Friday, you're going to feel the wind increase as the day goes on. By midday, the wind is going to be gusting to about 30 or 35 miles per hour out of the west-northwest. Then the wind will quiet a bit for Friday night as the snow showers come in, but it shifts direction. And if you watch the arrows, look at that, a south-southwesterly wind starts to crank on Saturday. That's why you break 50 degrees in some parts of southern New England on Saturday. You end up with gusts that are going 30 miles an hour out of the south-southwest. Cold front comes in Saturday evening. Westerly wind starts to take hold, ends up a northwest wind as we get into Saturday night and Sunday. Sunday, you've got gusts that are on the order of 30, 35 miles per hour coming out of the northwest. So it's this kind of changing scorecard in terms of wind direction over the coming days, but that's what changes the air so much. That's why when you look at this and say, okay, Friday I'm able to get in the 40s, but I'm still reinforcing the cold air, which is why you turn cold enough to get some snow even down to southern New England on Friday night. Then again, with that changing wind, look what it does. Your temperature goes over 50 in parts of southern New England on Saturday. Northern New England, you get most of the snow to fall before your temperature rises to 40. And then again, you snap the cold back in. Look at Saturday night, dropping down to the single digits when you get across the North Country. Many of us down to the teens or around 20, sets you up for a chilly day on Sunday, even though it's dry. And the sun angle now is getting strong enough. It's like an October sun. So it actually does feel kind of good, even if it's going to be chilly air. Monday, you're still probably only around the melting point or so. And when you look at the chance of precipitation going out, you say, oh, Wednesday, there's the next peak that kind of comes in here. that, again, looks like it probably is going to be a warmer system. But you can stay on top of all of this. If you're going to be skiing this weekend, or if you're sticking around home, whatever you got planned, you can track all of it, the live radar, the hourly forecast, the 14-day with our app, totally free. Noyes' 1 degree outside weather on the App Store and Google Play. See you first thing Friday morning with your update to get your day started out at 1degreeoutside.com and atop the home screen of our app.